I was studying when you called last night. She was cooking dinner while I was cleaning the dishes. They were playing football while it was raining outside. He was reading a book while waiting for the train. We were watching TV when the power went out. The kids were playing in the park when it started to thunder. Sarah was singing in the shower when the phone rang. The teacher was explaining the lesson while the students were taking notes. My parents were talking on the phone when I arrived home. It was getting dark, and I was still walking home from work. While I was driving, I noticed a strange noise coming from the engine. They were laughing so loudly that they didn't hear me enter the room. The baby was sleeping peacefully in her crib. While I was working on my computer, it suddenly crashed. We were walking in the forest when we saw a deer. Tom was listening to music while doing his homework. The neighbors were having a party, and the music was loud. I was enjoying my coffee when I heard a knock on the door. The children were playing with their toys when their grandmother visited. She was talking on the phone with her friend while cooking dinner. While I was jogging in the park, I met an old friend. The dog was barking loudly in the middle of the night. We were watching a movie when the fire alarm suddenly went off. He was waiting for the bus when it started to rain. They were arguing about politics while having dinner. I was feeling tired, so I decided to take a nap. The birds were chirping outside my window early in the morning. While I was reading a book, I heard a strange noise coming from the attic. We were having a picnic when it started to drizzle. She was dancing in the living room while listening to her favorite song. He was fixing the leaky faucet when he accidentally broke it. I was feeling anxious about the upcoming exam. The cat was sleeping peacefully on the couch. While I was painting the walls, I accidentally spilled some paint on the floor. They were singing karaoke at the party last night. We were enjoying a barbecue in the backyard when the neighbors joined us. She was knitting a scarf for her grandmother's birthday. I was jogging around the park when I saw a beautiful sunset. He was driving to work when his car broke down. While I was waiting for the elevator, I struck up a conversation with a stranger. The children were laughing and playing together in the playground. They were working on their group project until late at night. I was feeling nervous before my job interview. While I was shopping at the mall, I ran into an old classmate. She was practicing the piano for hours every day. We were hiking in the mountains when we stumbled upon a hidden waterfall. He was fixing his bike in the garage when I came to visit. While I was walking my dog, I found a lost wallet on the sidewalk. The students were listening attentively to the teacher's lecture. They were discussing their travel plans over dinner. I was searching for my keys when I remembered I left them in the car. She was daydreaming during the boring meeting. While I was cooking dinner, the smoke alarm went off. He was snorkeling in the ocean when he spotted a colorful fish. We were exploring the old abandoned house when we heard a strange noise. The chef was preparing a special dish for the restaurant's anniversary. While I was waiting for my flight, I struck up a conversation with a fellow traveler. She was walking her dog in the park when it suddenly started to rain. They were remodeling their kitchen during the summer break. I was volunteering at the local shelter every weekend. While I was browsing the internet, I came across an interesting article. He was practicing his guitar skills for hours every day. We were renovating our backyard to create a beautiful garden. She was baking cookies for the school fundraiser. They were planning their wedding for months in advance. I was attending yoga classes to improve my flexibility. While I was jogging in the park, I tripped and fell. He was rehearsing his lines for the school play. We were rearranging the furniture in the living room. She was singing in the choir at church every Sunday. They were saving money to go on a trip around the world. I was meditating to reduce stress and anxiety. While I was fishing by the lake, I caught a big trout. He was volunteering at the local food bank to help those in need. We were attending dance classes to learn salsa. She was training for a marathon to challenge herself. They were learning a new language to broaden their horizons. I was teaching my younger sister how to ride a bike. While I was traveling in Europe, I visited many historical landmarks. He was studying late into the night to prepare for the exam. We were building a treehouse for our kids in the backyard. She was volunteering at the animal shelter to care for abandoned pets. They were organizing a charity event to raise funds for a good cause. I was mentoring a group of students to help them succeed academically. While I was backpacking through Asia, I encountered many different cultures. He was documenting his travels through photography. We were attending a cooking class to learn new recipes. She was participating in a marathon to support cancer research. They were fundraising for a local charity by organizing a bake sale. I was interning at a law firm to gain practical experience. While I was volunteering at the hospital, I learned a lot about patient care. He was shadowing a professional chef to learn culinary techniques. We were exploring different career paths to find our passion. She was shadowing a veterinarian to learn about animal care. They were volunteering at a homeless shelter to give back to the community. I was apprenticing with a master carpenter to learn woodworking skills. While I was interning at a tech company, I gained valuable industry experience. He was apprenticing with a mechanic to learn about car repairs. We were participating in a beach cleanup to protect the environment. She was tutoring underprivileged children to help them succeed in school.